This is Hallstatt. We're on the lake.
And getting the view of this famous old town that clings to the edge of the mountain right on the side of the lake.
This is the famous view of the Protestant church by the lake. Riding up the lift. Going to the Five Fingers Lookout. There's a paraglider that just took off from around here. These birds have white beaks. We're having a little snack, a little Mozart ball on this bench with this incredible view. The Five Fingers. It's amazing how steep the descent is right into the water. And Hallstatt, right there, built on the very edge. Paraglider just taking off.
Got a paraglider launching here.
This is another viewpoint called the Dachsberg Shark. This is the view from the restaurant at the level of the ice caves. Lots of ice here. This bridge is very wobbly.
It was 0 out there, and it's about 90 out there. Oh my goodness. If I was a piece of metal, I would crack.
And this is the bitterest lemonade I've ever had. It tastes like sucking on a lemon.
Thanks for sharing.
It could never be served in America, but I like it. I like it a lot. Going down now. It's steep.
We're at the halfway point.
You're just passing through Gosal now. This is our hotel in Gosal Sea. Our little balcony on Gosal Sea. We got a glacier view and a lake view. We're here eating dinner. Managed to snag a table. Our place is probably that one right there. I have pike, and Mark has
Chanterelle mushrooms and a white cream sauce with potato dumpling.
yum. A hearty Austrian. It's not that cold. We could swim in it.
Can't believe it's you.
Well, I'm not swimming in it. This is the trail around the lake. We're walking by and we pass this blast of cold air coming from here. It must be an ice cave.
It's 30 or 40 degrees cooler, the air coming out of there than right over here. And we can feel the temperature walking down this path. We both noticed it from over here, this far away.
Little froggies. How cold is it?
Really cold. It's glacier melt. That's why it's so, or snow melt, glacier melt. That's why it's so cold. I mean, it's frigid. It's 30 something.
You're going to be swimming in it tomorrow.
No, we're going to be part in the sun.
Yes, that's it, that's it. Moss is everywhere along this trail. Another cow crossing. Not for me. Wow, look, the alpine glow, the pink alpine glow, Mark. Mark just noticed the reflection. Pretty incredible. We're admiring the jagged mountaintops and the reflection in the water. And the reflection of the glacier.
This is our place here in Gasau. Who's that up there waving at us? It's our balcony.
Capping the day off with a little glass of winey on our balcony. How nice is that? I already had my yogurt, great coffee, marzipan cake and cheese, and some eggs. That's a cloud in the mountain there. I'm just taking the same video over and over again because it's so pretty. We're getting rained out this morning for sure. However, it's a nice place and we need a nap. We're getting ice cream at the little ice cream store that's at our hotel. We're gonna walk around this lake again. It's so pretty. We might do it a third time tomorrow. It looks quite different today with the clouds rolled in. Cloud is coming through, very low cloud. Well, we had some rain today and the waterfalls are nice now. This whole side of the mountain is dripping. You can listen to the drops. Very mossy. Crazy man got blood sausage.
Dark pudding.
Disgusting.
Dark pudding. Refried dark pudding, they call it.
Ugh. I got spaghetti.
And sauerkraut. Got a teeny tiny little hummingbird here right on our porch. It's no bigger than a large bee.
It looks like a bumblebee.
At first we thought it was a bumblebee. It's about as big as your thumb. Well, we're enjoying our last evening here in Gosa Sea. And this is the gorgeous view from our balcony. We saw hummingbirds teeny tiny hummingbirds. We are waiting for the alpenglow, hopefully, if we get a little lucky. Over here. It used to be all clouds like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. We can see the alpenglow over here. Now that is pretty. Look at that reflection of the alpenglow. And now the sun is setting behind, making it pink. And the water's pink. I'm having a boiled egg today. They eat it like this. And you dip stuff in it like toast. One last look at Ghost I'll see before we have to leave the hotel and check out. Oh, we're going up another lift.
Heading to the Zweiselhelmhut. We're at about 1,500 meters. We started about 1,000 meters. So about a mile high up here.
We're going to do the 25-minute one with the blue dot. Because we just walked up from the lift and we're already winded.
See the top sign?
Uh-huh.
Auschwitzberg. Auschwitzberg.
Marky.
That's what it says?
Here in the Alps, you just walk from one hut to another. There's two right here. You could stay in these overnight. We're at the Sonnenalm hut.
This is Gossasau, our hotel. We took the lift up to here. And we've walked this little red path down to Sonnenalp.
Sonnenalp.
Right there, Sonnenalm.
That's where they have apple strudel and sausages. This is the town of Gossau. We drove through this valley to get to the Gossau Sea. The glacier used to be a lot larger.
We're up at about 1,500 meters at a mountaintop point called The View that was frequented by royalty many years ago, Empress Sisi and perhaps her husband Franz Joseph I. All around here, nothing but mountains, green, and an occasional little valley town.
I'm gonna get an apple strudel here. Somehow after a huge breakfast, I talked Mark into getting some apple strudel at the top of the Eisenalm. Look at the little flower. They served it to us on china. Wow, we're getting spoiled.
Go saucy, wanna see you again sometime. Go for a walkie, eat strudely, yum, 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 wee, wee, wee.
That might be the best view of the glacier we get. Headed to Innsbruck now. Last view of our Gasthof Gosselsee. We're in Innsbruck. Beautiful place. Boy, we keep winding around pretty places. We're in Innsbruck at a Tyrolean slap dancing show, and we get dinner first, and this is pumpkin soup. This is our Tyrolean dinner. Bad planning on my part. We got apple strudel for the second time today. We're going to ride a funicular to a lift and then get another lift to the top of the mountain.
I have nothing to say about that. We're here getting ready to board the tram to go up to the top of the mountain here in, where are we again?
Innsbruck.
Innsbruck.
Use the handhold in the cabin.
We're packed like sardines in this lift, and we got the early discount. Now we're packed into the second lift. We are at the top of Innsbruck. We're doing the 15-minute easy route. Doesn't look so easy.
I was just gonna say that exact same thing.
Well, that wasn't hard. Took less than 5 minutes. So we have Innsbruck here, and then we have a nature preserve here.
And now we're at 7,500 feet. It took about 20 minutes to get up here by a funicular and then 2 lifts. And down below there is the town, city of Innsbruck, host of 2 Olympics. And with these mountains everywhere, Winter Olympics, you can see why.
It is extremely hard to stop taking videos. You can really see where the glaciers were, how the glaciers carved these ridges. Want to go up there?
I do.
Okay. Okay, apparently this was a reef and that was a lagoon, and tectonic forces led to today's high alpine experience. Does that look like a coral reef to you? No. But I think all of these mountains up here in Austria are limestone Alps. In the early 1900s, a man named Victor Hess studied cosmic rays up here in this observatory, and he built a lead cylinder which blocks all other rays, and when a cosmic ray, which can penetrate lead, goes through it, it makes an electric current that can be measured. He won the Nobel Prize for that. These trees are the Karwendel Nature Park. These barriers are avalanche control. You can see pretty far into these valleys all over.
This is a fixed rope practice facility that's supposed to be beginner. You hang on to the cable. Properly outfitted, you have a helmet and other climbing materials.
Looking down onto Innsbruck one more time before we head back. Looks like maybe the mist is lifted just a little. to make it a bit clearer than when we first got up here. Do you like it up here?
It is absolutely stunning. Beautiful.
It is.
Because it's, you know, there's a lot of like.
Mark is standing under the avalanche protectors. But since it's 91 degrees down there, I don't think we're risking any snow melt. From below or from way up high, they look just like wooden fences, but now I can see how sturdy they are. You can clearly see the tree line here. There's the lift station. And the higher one up there where we were. I talked Mark into this bacon dumpling.
No, you didn't.
We're here at the middle station still. It's yummy. It's very yummy.
We were there.
Could actually walk all the way up. What? Just walking through an alleyway. Trying to find the entrance to a church. St. James Cathedral. These three domes are an illusion. They're actually painted on a flat surface. 18th century Baroque. This is the golden roof where royalty stood to address the people, and it's actually made of bronze. Oh wow, this place is pretty. What a 360. Oh, we just came off the mountain. This is cool 360 as well. What a beautiful, beautiful street. Full of souvenirs. This is the Hofburg Palace. And this is the Hofkirche. We're going in.
Second one for me.
Maximilian I loved Innsbruck and wanted to be buried here. And he commissioned all of these statues. They are mostly his family, in-laws, and ancestors. Some of these were done by Dürer. Okay, this is Ferdinand and Isabella, who financed Columbus's voyage. This is Philip the Good and Charles the Bold. This is the mythical King Arthur and was done by Albrecht Dürer. This is Maximilian's tomb, Maximilian I. Although he's not in there because he ran up so much debt, the people wouldn't allow him to come up here anymore when he died. In the pilgrimage, people rub some of the saints' fingers. We've seen this in other parts of Europe. It's for good luck or something. We're watching a movie about Maximilian I. This is trippy. It went dark and now the door opened automatically. The Renaissance. The Christopher Columbus's ships. They're talking about how the Middle Ages were ending and the Renaissance was starting around Maximilian's time. first to employ cannons.
Austria had a record of successful political marriages. Maximilian succeeded in developing the House of Habsburg into the most powerful dynasty in Europe.
They're letting us out now. That was really cool. That was really something. This street is very historic. It's part of the Via Augusta Claudia, which was a Roman road. It was a major Roman trade route from Italy to Germany. A freaking McDonald's. Woo woo. Swarovski showroom. That's a crystal bra. Dang, big store. Star Wars, Swarovski. Oh my God, they got the Emperor. Boy, this store is extensive. The Swarovskis moved here to Innsbruck from the Czech Republic. All over Austria, electric buses. We're doing laundry again. Last time we did it in Munich. It's always an ordeal trying to figure out these high-tech, newfangled automatic machines. By the pool. In 15 minutes, the kids will be kicked out. We did the dry sauna a few minutes ago. And I'm drinking some elderberry water.
What you doing?
Swimming
Where?
in Innsbruck.
Well, get to it then. Stop yapping and get to it. After getting up early, going to the gondola, hiking at the top of the mountain, and spending the day in the spa, swimming and saunaing, we decided we didn't want to go out for dinner, and so we did some room service, and we have some spätzle. Really beautiful salad.
Yummy bread.
And we didn't have to go in the shower again for like the 5 different sessions of saunaing and
swimming.
infrareding and whatever else we did up there.
So
Anyway.
many saunas.
Yum.
Where are we today? We're going up another mountain. This time with a guide. Gonna get on the cable car here.
Rocky. They are named Kalkkörtel in Austria, and we also call them small dolomites. Because together, stick it around, put it together.
Wow.
It's very nice. It's funny for kids. But it's the oldest plant on earth. Because there are a lot of people who are coming.
We're going to the Roscoe Hut. And then we're going up to the top of the Green Mountain, I think is what he said. Well, this is pretty.
Normal ones. And these blueberries.
Yes.
But we walk to the Kögele.
Looks like we're in a little cirque, a little glacial bowl. Just came up a big rocky steep path. I think we're going up there.
Very steep up here. Getting towards the top, we hope. We're getting near the top. Thank God. We started at 5,000 feet. We're at 7,000 feet now. This is called the Horse Mountain. The top is right up there. What do you say?
Bergheil
Bergheil.
in Austria, yeah. Perfect.
The wind feels nice up here.
Made it to the top.
Congratulations.
Oh, that's
All the
pretty.
way down there.
Putting a name in it. Down there is Innsbruck. Up there's where we were yesterday. Going down is much harder, I think. It's so steep. We were up there. This is a cheese dumpling overlooking Innsbruck. That's where we were. Top of that peak. Started at the lift at 9:30 and it's about 3 o'clock now.
We get it for, it used to be, I think, 450.
We are in Fussen and this is our hotel. Storm is rolling in and we have a little balcony. We're gonna sit out here and listen to it rain for a while. Another great breakfast. Eggs, all kinds of granola, meats, cheeses, breads, pastries. We're in the Bavarian Alps near Fussen, where we stayed last night. Waiting for our first tour of the day. This is King Ludwig II's boyhood home. Then he built the famous white one on the hill when he was older.
Those Hohenschwagers knew how to live.
Not many men would agree to go to 3 Bavarian castles in one day. So we just did a tour. We couldn't take pictures or videos in there. Everything was original in the castle. That's where we're headed, a 30-minute walk. Neuschwanstein, where we go next. Neuschwanstein. Well, that was a cool tour. Again, we couldn't take pictures because everything was original. But the king was mad. Basically, he hated being a king. He spent too much money. People didn't like it. They declared him unfit, took him away, and the next day they found him dead in a lake. The Linderhof. We're here at the Linderhof Palace. Another one of Ludwig II's palaces, where he was pretty much a recluse. Palace is built for only one person. Water's coming down, cascading from the mountains. Decorated in French style, supposed to be patterned after Versailles. We couldn't take pictures inside the palace again, but it was filled with this kind of porcelain. Wow, this is the other side of the palace. Very small compared to the others, but very elaborate. We're at the top of the fountain. You see where the water goes down? Wow. The lion is a symbol of Bavaria. The palace inside was very elaborate. There was a room of mirrors. There was gold everywhere. The walls were just completely covered with gold sculpture and frilly stuff. Many paintings, chandeliers, porcelain. In all this extravagance, we forget to look at how beautiful the mountains are. Driving on the way to Fussen, the road was so beautiful, we decided to pull over. Going to the Royal Crystal Thermal Baths in the rain.
We're at the baths near Fussen, the base of the mountains, in very warm water pools, relaxing. It's around 8:30. There's Nofwenstein Castle up there, and Hohenschwagen Castle, and here are the baths.
I'm in the pool, the thermal mineral pool. That's 12% salt water where I could float around. But look, Neuschwanstein right there. There's Mark floating under the mountain. We floated around in those salty tubs. It's so easy to float here, effortless floating. There's a swim up bar, there's jets, there's all kinds of pools of different heat and saltiness.
There's no Fussen. You're Fussen. At the baths, in the infinity pool, with Nofwenstein, whatever the name of that castle is, in the background there.
Yummy muesli, fruit, chalky thing, egg. This is Fussen, which we haven't walked through yet, but we've illegally driven through parts.
All parts.
When we got lost, came in the wrong way. I love the art that they put on their buildings here in Austria and Germany. That is painted on to look like depth. Somewhere, one of these streets are part of the Via Claudia Augusta.
Beautiful place near the Austrian border. We've crossed the Austrian-German border probably at least a half a dozen times, maybe 10 times since we've been here.
This looks like it might be the main square in Fussen. Here's a model of Fussen. I think we're right there beneath the...
hotel's here.
Really?
I hope.
That's where we parked.
I think so.
We tried to come into town this way and then we were routed all the way around here to come in this way. Very pretty town.
And Fussen was known for, among other things, the manufacture of the lute. In the town hall, middle of town, there's a statue of somebody with a lute.
Love how these soft colored houses all go together. We just popped to a no-name church in Fussen, and as in all of Europe, totally elaborate.
We're looking for undies. Continue our European tradition of buying underwear from when we run out at the very end. So we're barely into Germany, but it's very hard to get the Mozart balls here. But while we were underwear shopping in Woolworth, we asked the cashier and she directed us to the place to get the Mozart balls. From, where are these from?
Vienna.
Vienna, and they are some chocolatey hazelnut wafers.
An acceptable substitute.
Hello, lunch.
We're driving into Rothenburg. This city has a lot of charm. Well, it's the top of the hour and the windows opened up to show the mayor, who, when chugging his beer, oh look, he's chugging it right now. He's going up. He saved the town from getting ransacked by drinking 3 liters of beer in one gulp. This is St. Jacob's in Rothenburg. Was done by Friedrich Herrlin in 1466. This is the altar of the Holy Blood, done by Riemenschneider in 1504. There's Jesus right there in the middle. But notice the hair and the detail and the curly cues of the hair.
Folds in the fabric.
Yeah. And the flowery, ornate work of vines. We're here at our hotel, and this building is over 650 years old. I love potato dumplings. They're my favorite. And you love these chanterelle mushrooms.
Oh yeah.
All of the clothing you need and accessories for the Renaissance fair. Oh my goodness. Somehow convinced Mark to buy some Renaissance fair clothing. Now you have to go to the Renaissance fair with me. This is the shopping street, obviously.
This is the best shopping street I've ever seen.
We made it 4 doors down before we hit the medieval shop. Rothenburg is also famous for its Christmas shopping. Rothenburg is completely surrounded by its original walls. Look at this.
Part of the wall.
Yeah.
We're walking on the wall. Dang. This is built from 1385 to 1390.
Little slot where you could shoot arrows down. and avoid being hit. Colors are amazing. It's about 7:30.
We're getting ready to go on the night watchman tour here in this old town.
So there was a lot of grain in the attics and a lot of dirt in the streets. And that was most attractive for whom? Rats. So that means half of Rotenburg was saved by that cliff, because it starts there in the southernmost point and it goes all around as far as you can look here and there and there. Pretty good. No enemy.
We're about to enjoy a peach and passion fruit spritz. Woo-hoo.
Staying in a half-timbered house, which is evident from inside. Look at these.
We're 600 years old.
In the middle of a Renaissance fair, but it's real.
We're bewitched by this town.
It's so pretty. We're just walking along this unassuming alley. This house, all these timbers and the address just painted on. It's not very early, it's like 9 o'clock. There's not many people out though. The white building, it was built in 1200 something. It was the old town hall, and then they built the darker town hall after there was a fire. Little hooks that protrude from the tops where a pulley system could bring things up from the ground into these doors. These are measuring rods. This protruding rock was put here intentionally to make carriages not hit the walls. This hall is between the two town halls. This map was done in 1537.
Today, all the town's roofs are made of these. The little fences stop heaps of snow from falling off the roof onto people below.
This is part of the town wall. If we look through these bars, we could see that we're on top of a cliff. You can see the outside of the walls. Oh, wow, that's pretty. It turns out the legend of the mayor saving the city by drinking so much in one gulp was actually something made up in the 18th century or the 1800s. We went down this street last night with the night watchman. Here's the door where the latecomers came if they missed the curfew when the town walls were closed.
And you would pay a fine to get into the city at night. It was founded in 1271 and was not successfully invaded until the mid-1600s in the 30 Years' War.
This is part of the original castle. We're outside of the walls, fortification of the city. That leads down the cliff. This leads up to the castle garden. We're walking outside the town wall now. They planted vineyards all around the castle and the wall so that they could more easily see enemies approaching, and because they wanted to drink wine, the water was bad and full of bacteria. A portion of Rothenburg was destroyed in World War II. People from all over the world sent money to repair Rothenburg. An American general who could make a lot of decisions about the bombings and destruction of the town decided to save the town because his mother had told him stories about Rothenburg and how beautiful it was. All of these tiled roofs are required now to prevent fires. Donations from Wisconsin, Palm Beach, and Tokyo. These are the early donations of the wall repairs. Shows that this person paid for 1 meter. Most of the donations are 1 meter, but there's a 5 meter one over there. A car just came through there. We're at the top of the tower. One of them anyway.
So March 31st, 1945, the U.S. bombed Rothenburg. There was a cloudy day, and the red section was destroyed. And the wall we just walked along was on the right-hand side there, and where people have their names written who've donated to help rebuild the wall. Our last little walk. Heading to the car. Hate to leave this beautiful place.
We're in Frankfurt. Luke's here. Luke rode the train from Hamburg. He's been telling us about his festivals.
It's African beer.
It tastes almost as bad as the regular German or American beer.
No need to go to Africa for your beer, according to she who does not like beer.
We're at an Eritrean night. Luckily, we have a little bit of experience eating Ethiopian food. Although this is Eritrean, we know what to do at least. But this tastes really good. Okay, drink your beer. Oh my gosh, I think we ate the whole thing. We're at the Frankfurt train station, grabbing a bite.
This is oatmeal, banana, granola, and blueberries with a little bit of honey mixed in. It's very good.
Yeah, it's called porridge. I've never had porridge before. This is where Luke came in from Hamburg, and we met him at the hotel. Well, around the train station, it's very international. People from all parts of the world around here. The old and the new, right beside each other. But Germany has been very welcoming to refugees. Some old places look like they survived. We don't think that was rebuilt. Well, here's the banking district.